Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I think I say that in every video. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I need to come up with something else. I don't say it on purpose, it's just what comes out of my mouth once I press record and I start doing the voiceover. So today's layout is entitled Apples of My Eye, and as you can probably imagine, it's of my two children, my two girls. They are the apples of my eye, they are the twinkle in my eye, they are the light of my life. They are everything to me, these kids. I tried so hard to have them, and they're here, and I'm happy. Most moms are happy about their kids, but I'm over the moon happy. So the paper that I'm using, the collection actually that I'm using, I decided to stick to one collection for this layout, is the Simple Stories Hello Fall collection, and I think this one is super cute. It's really all about fall. Hello Fall. It's all about the rich tones. It's all about the quilting. It's all about the subdued colors. There's no brights. There are some really nice fall rich toned colors. So I started off with that darker brown wood grain paper, and I decided that I wanted that as my background. Then I'm taking that what looks like a honeycomb slash kind of quilted kind of paper, and I'm using that as a major focal point in my layout. It's patterned and it's a lot of pattern, and I'm really liking it. It's really not how I usually create, mainly because I don't know, I think I'm more simplistic in style, but I don't know, today was just like a very over the top kind of day, I guess. I don't know. So I'm finding papers to layer my photo with, and I printed the photo in black and white because I knew I'd be using a lot of color in my actual layering papers and papers in general. So I didn't want more color, if that makes any sense. Like, color is good, but I didn't want more or there to be an excessive amount of color, because the picture, the colors in that photo were very bright yellows and bright oranges. We were at a orchard that day, and so you could just imagine the scenery. So there was a ton of yellows and oranges and browns, and I didn't want the photo to compete with the actual papers themselves. So I decided to print it in black and white. And so I have to tell you guys too, because I've gotten a few questions. I print my pictures now, I have to say, now I print my pictures at Costco. I used to print them on my Canon Selfie until it decided to go nuts on me. I'm telling you, this printer, along with my ATG gun, I swear they're conspiring against me, have a mind of their own. Some days it prints fantastic and I love the print quality, and some days I waste an entire ink cartridge because the machine eats the ink cartridge. So I've kind of given up on my Selfie. I'm going to use it for emergencies, like when I decide, oh, I need to scrapbook something right now and I just need to scrapbook this picture right now. So, and I can't wait. So that's what I'm using my Selfie for. And with luck, she'll actually work. So I decided I'm going to flip. Originally, when I started creating this layout and I adjusted the papers, and I glued them together, I wanted the quilted pattern to be in the opposite direction. And then I flipped it and I was like, oh, I like this. And I kept it that way. And that's what I'm working with. So I'm pulling out some alphas, and I decided I needed to put down my title first. And these alphas are from Basic Gray, and they are ancient, just like me. They are chip stickers, and they're in this, like, I don't know, Granny Smith color green. Like, they're just very bright. And I've had them for a long time. They've been in my stash, and I decided it was about time I used them, and they actually fit really well with the paper line. So yeah. So I spared you from watching me actually glue my letters down. So now I'm going to go into the bits and pieces, the ephemera pack, and pull out. Oh, and I have to mention that this layout was actually created for the Paper Issues knock my fox off. So the goal is to use either a fox, a picture of your loved ones. If you go over to my blog, you'll find the blog post there. There's a lot more description there. And you don't have to use any of those, or you could use all of them. So I decided to go with a fall theme, and I decided to use a fox because in this collection there is the cutest fox that ever existed. And a picture of my loved ones. These are not all my loved ones, but these are my most loved, with exception of my husband, of course. That guy I love. So, oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm going through the bits and pieces, and I'm pulling up pieces that I think are going to work. Now, I struggled a little bit only because that pattern paper that's in the back is busy. So I was having a hard time kind of finding pieces that didn't kind of just blend into the background. I wanted things that, you know, stood out. And I found that if I popped things up, it created enough dimension, enough shadow that they did actually pop. So that's what I did with quite a few of the pieces. And I'm using my trusty glue gun. I have discovered her for my scrapbooking, and I am not turning back. My ATG gun hates me. You guys see how many times on screen that I struggle. So I have decided that I am using my glue gun for things. So let the judging commence. I don't care. I love her. She always works, and occasionally we fight and she burns me, but we're friends, and that's pretty much it. I know it's not acid and lignin free, but I don't care. So I'm adhering some of the pieces down, and I decided that at the top right corner I needed another little cluster. And so I'm going to create a cluster up there as well. There are some word stickers in the collection as well, and I decided to add some of those. Oh, baby's upstairs with daddy, and she's crying. She's probably hungry. So hopefully he gets the hint and he feeds her or plays with her or something. Yeah, so there's my cluster at the top. So I decided I needed something else, and there it goes. Also, I'm going to end up pulling out some Dilutions ink spray, and that's going to be at the very end. And I end up using the white linen. I didn't shake it properly the first time, and my color it came out looking all right, but at the end, when it started drying, it kind of just disappeared into the paper. It was just soaked up too much, and I decided to go back and redo it. There I'm taking an epoxy circle, and I just used my 1-inch circle cutter and cut out some wood grain paper and just used it there. So it kind of looks now like a flare button. But it's like a fake flare button. It's just an epoxy circle. I got those on eBay like 100 years ago, and I'm slowly using them up. So let's see, what else am I doing? Yeah, just gluing some bits and pieces, and you could see that I also used my glue gun to glue down the bits, not just my foam. I just went to town with that thing. So yeah, let's see, what else am I doing? And the glue gun actually adds quite a little bit of dimension, so you don't actually have to use foam or pop dots or whatever you guys use for adding dimension. So there my OCD starts kicking it in, and Lina is cleaning the bits up before they go everywhere. And I think now is when I reach for the dilutions. Yeah. So I'm reaching for the dilutions, and I am sprinkling, and like I said, I end up going over it just because I felt like it wasn't vibrant enough. And I find that the dilutions is a little hard to splatter. I don't know, I always have a hard time splattering the dilutions. My color shine comes out fantastic, my rest of my ink sprays come out great. It's just when I splatter with the dilutions, I don't know, maybe it's just because it's thicker. So these are my edited pictures. I hope you guys enjoyed watching my video. Stay tuned. There will definitely be more. I appreciate you guys watching, and hello to my new subscribers. Take care, guys. Bye.